So, hello everyone. I was just going through some images which I could provide for our uh, second chapter, for just continuing the first video, because that was just a start. So we left over here. There was a force behind the initiation of this universe. So this was our last conclusion. Now moving forward, that how we could look to the whole structure of like how the first cells came into existence and then how things got replicated. So I'll be, in order to not being biased, I'll be using Grok or any other LLM for information purpose. So we'll be digging information together so that you don't assume that I'm just bombarding assumed knowledge, what I am thinking as per my perspective to you guys. So we'll be just exploring information together and see how things correlate, and then we'll try to reach to a logical conclusion. So name of the first cell in the universe, be concise. So the first cell in the universe is hypothetical and no definitive name. It's often referred to as the last universal common ancestor. Okay. Can you further elaborate what this was and how it came into existence? Is a hypothetical single-celled organism from which all life on Earth is believed to have descended. It represents the most recent common ancestor of all the current living organisms, likely existing around 3.5 to 4 billion years ago during the early Archean. Below, I'll elaborate on how LUCA was. We'll call it LUCA. Okay, we'll call it LUCA. Was the current scientific. Okay. First life form, but rather the organism from which all three domains of life, bacteria, archaea, and eukarya, evolved. Alright. How did LUCA came into existence? The origin of LUCA is tied to abiogenesis, the process by which life arose from non-living matter. While the exact mechanism remains speculative, several scientific theories outline how LUCA or its precursors might have formed. So now here we have to consider that these are scientific theories. Okay, these are not laws. So they are collective theories based on how humans interpreted that how things could have been possible, but it's not a law. That's very important. Chemical evolution and the primordial soup. Earth's early environment had a reducing atmosphere rich in water vapor, erosion with frequent lightning, volcanic activity, and UV radiation. Organic molecules formed through chemical reactions, possibly catalyzed by and all those chemical reactions will happen. These molecules are united in formation of periodic systems. Emerging of LUCA over millions of years. protocells evolved into more complex systems with stable membranes, metabolism, and genetic replication. Making the point where life became sufficiently organized to diversity into all modern forms. But my question is, I'm asking, uh, my question is, nothing cannot create something. Okay? This is a reality. Factual reality. Then how could nothing or non-living matter produce or create LUCA? You told that here Grok did mention non-living. The process by which life arose from non-living matter. This is important thing. Life arose from non-living matter. I'll paste it in the second part. But how could nothing create non-living matter? Please stick only to these two questions and provide a logical answer, not based on theories. How could non-living matter produce or create LUCA? The transition from non-living matter involves the organization into a self-sustaining system capable of replicating metabolism and energy. Non-living matter atoms was present in Earth's early environment, as evidenced by geological records and the composition of ancient rocks. These atoms governed by physical and chemical laws and form complex molecules. Okay, now it's saying that now there were air elements already existing, so those resulted in that non-living matter. Okay, we'll question how could these come into existence when nothing could produce something. How could these come into existence under specific conditions such as heat, pressure? All right. Key logical point: non-living matter didn't create LUCA in the sense of intentional design. Instead, the inherent properties of matter, its ability to bond, form molecules, and self-organize under neutral laws, allowed simple chemical reactions to combine. I'm asking how these molecules came into existence when nothing can produce something. How can something come into existence without any input from some areas? It's just beating around the bushes. Factual basis. Okay, how could nothing create a non-living matter? The premise that nothing aligns with established physical laws, such as the conservation of mass and energy. Yes, that is a law. Non-living matter atoms has always existed in some form within the universe since its inception. The question of non-living matter rising from nothing is thus a misapplication, as the inverse matter and energy are not thought to have come scientific sense. As a universe, matter and energy are not thought to have come from nothing. Non-living matter such as hydrogen, helium, and heavier elements formed through well-understood physics processes. How? That's my question. For instance, the Big Bang produced fundamental. I am asking what, who, when it all exploded, when all those things exploded, who brought those things into existence? I am asking the questions pre-Big Bang, not post-Big Bang. Again, beating around the bushes. I'm asking a simple question. I'll have to paste images now. So for instance, this seems to be a good image, showing up some visuals, showing some things which are exploding. I'm asking, all these particles which exploded, who brought them into being? Who, how, what energy came into existence which caused all this huge blast? And where did these elements came from? All these non-living matter which Grok is telling us. So that's my question. That has not been provided any good answer anywhere. I'm asking simple question. I'm asking, how without any input, any possible input, how can these particles, these non-living matter came into existence, form a big ball, and then can explode and then get exploded with a huge amount of energy? How that energy came into being, how that energy was getting built up among them. So that's a very basic question, because this question is based on factual reality. We cannot even move a glass of water from one place to another without a force, and now we are assuming here that there was a huge ball which then exploded and then resulted in all these chemical reactions happening and then resulting into LUCA, and then all those things got started up. My simple question is again, how this all existed at the first moment. From here we'll ask another question. What gases are helium, hydrogen? What other things did? Atoms like